Welcome to part 2 of this stainless steel AI only campaign, and if that stupid pigeon outside does not shut up, I'm going to go out there and kill it myself. Hopefully its moaning sounds don't show up on the audio. It's been going all day. Right, so most of you have seen part 1 now. A lot of people in Discord have voted. There's a bit of a giveaway. That voting is now closed. It's locked, no more votes can come through. So yeah, if you got to vote in that, congratulations and good luck. What were my votes? Yeah, my votes were Byzantium and Denmark. Although I kind of take Denmark back now I realise they've got Norway. I forgot about them. So yeah, I don't know. Let's just end turn and see where we can be at this video. Huh, a Norwegian army all the way down here. Have these scripted armies? They look like they're scripted. Yeah, otherwise they'll be expanding this way. I don't know, I'm not that familiar with stainless steel. Now here's one thing to guess at. Which faction is going to be the first one to die? Oh, poor Genoa, they lost the siege of Milan, that wasn't good. Let me think, who's going to die first? It does sort of depend on like what happens, but the Kingdom of Aragon's not looking good. They've only got 2 settlements. They could potentially go. Depending on the wars and diplomacy, maybe the Crusading states. They could be possible. Hungary is the only faction to yet do nothing. They could possibly go. I don't know, it's difficult to tell right now. Hopefully by the end of this episode we'll get some factions killed off. And yeah, some good expansion going on as well, some good wars. Portugal, 2 massive armies here, they could take a lot from the Moors. And the Moors, their armies are up here. So yeah, they should really take advantage of this. What's the diplomatic update? Kingdom of Hungary and the Cumans now at war. Finally, Hungary's doing something. Sicily and the Fatamids. Yeah, I doubt that anything will come of that. Let's just check the Hungarian front. Right, so here are the Cumans. Byzantium's got that under siege. They might actually be able to take this. If we can do that, that would be really good, but there's other factions interested. So it might not actually be good for them, really. Could start some wars. Hungary needs to do something, though, just anything. Ragusa under siege. This is very important because this is Venice's only capital. This is Venice's only castle, so if they lose that, they're going to be in a bad place. Is it the... Yeah, it's the HRU who have Milan under siege. I bet they'll lose that, and then I bet Venice will swoop in and take it. Where are these Norwegians? They're not doing much. The Scots took those, yep. Yeah, nothing in Sicily, no Egyptians there, and no Sicilians down here. Probably just a sea battle. The Moors have taken Tripoli, so now that's all African provinces. All the rebel ones gone, it's just factions versus factions. A Moorish Fatamid war, that could be interesting. There was some border change to do with the HRE, I think. I saw something. I'll check that out soon. And now all of Sweden's gone. Scandinavia has now been split between Norway and Denmark. Although Denmark took every settlement there. Alright, some settlement fell, but I'm not sure what it was. I saw something on the map just flicker. Was Prague HRE territory before? I don't think so. Poland and the Cumans at war. Byzantium took this settlement. And who is actually putting this under siege? Is it? It's the Kiev and Rus. Oh, poor Hungary. They got so close to actually being able to take a settlement. Right, was it Prague? I don't know. I'm sure I saw something. It might have been nothing. HRE, where are you? They're not at war with anyone. Maybe I'm just seeing things. I don't know. The map is so small I can't see it all. The Lithuanians did pull out of the siege here. Novgorod must have pushed them back. Ooh, Edinburgh under siege. The English could potentially take it if they bring some reinforcements up. The Scots don't have many reinforcements here. Now, I would have said Scotland has been one of the factions that I think is going to get destroyed early on, because it is only 3 settlements up here, really. But then, you know, they of course have these 2 here, and these 2 will last quite a while. And we've got quite a lot of troops here. They could end up taking Cannes. Can they do it? Let's find out. Ah, the HRE did lose at Milan. Are Venice going to be the ones to step in? Yep, they're putting it under siege. The English are about to take all of Ireland. Now, the Moors did put Pamplona under siege. I just saw it for a second. I think Leon marched some armies out, they fought, and Leon won, pushing them back. If anyone was interested in the update there. Aragon might actually hold out for longer than I thought, really. They only have 2 settlements, but they've got some quite good armies, and one settlement here is a castle. The English did get pushed back, or was it a truce? Nah, they got pushed back. Who is at war? So, Fatamids and the Pope, Byzantium and Hungary, and Moors and Sicily. So, the Moors have landed here, but I doubt... Ooh, I put this under siege. They should be able to take Tripoli. If Sicily loses this, I'm going to be really disappointed. Or impressed in the Moors, I don't know. The Pope and the Fatamids, I bet that's nothing. Yeah, that's probably nothing. Another tiny storm here. Ragusa's still under siege, but I think Venice will come in and take it. Now, there's no real battles happening between Byzantium and Hungary yet, but Byzantium do have a large army. Are they going to use it? Yep, and exactly as I predicted, really. Venice steps in and they take Milan. That was obvious they were going to win that. Quite a good settlement for them, but now they need to save themselves at Ragusa. There's no point having a good economic position if you don't have the castles and you can't get the troops to actually utilise it. It'll all be pointless. So they do need that castle, and they need to hold on to it and really use it to its full potential. Do you know where they're taking Palma? And Sicily did take Tripoli. Well done, Sicily. Something happened. I saw something flicker on the map. Yep, I see it now. Ooh. Ah, the Irish pushed them back. It's the Kiev and Rus have taken that Cuman settlement. So now the Cumans are just into this section here. This weird bit of land. Well, not weird, but the far off bit. They've now lost their these 2 provinces. Ooh, okay, so France and Lithuania. France has gone to war with Lyon, but that was costly. They had to lose their alliance with Aragon, the HRE, and Denmark. They signed an alliance with Venice to be able to do that. Ooh, that's weird. Let's check Lithuania, Poland. Poland instantly go on the aggression, and they'll probably take this settlement. Yeah, that's really not good for Lithuania, considering their troops are all around here, although that is a good fort position. Okay, France and Lyon. What are we going to see with this war? I don't know. I think it can be I think this will be a very quiet war. France don't have the armies. Spain's preoccupied with the Moors. I doubt they'll push into French territory, so... Yeah, I don't think we'll see much. England, a lot of troops now. Push up for Edinburgh. Go on, England. Ah, good, they did actually push up. And... oh, go away. They will probably take Edinburgh with those armies there. If the first one doesn't do it, then the second one should reinforce and definitely tip it into England's favour. Anything else? A quick scan of the map. Yeah, Sicily have a good hold here. Yeah, they're fine. It seems like Venice did come in and push Byzantium back. They're now going on the offensive. Where's that big Byzantine army? It's not pushing into Hungarian territory. Venice and Byzantium have a truce after that battle. Both realise they're not going to gain anything out of this war. And the Quasi-Armenians declare war on the Seljuks. Ooh, good luck, Seljuks. They don't have many troops over here. They'll probably lose this settlement. And this settlement. They might be able to hold out the rest for now. This faction's an interesting one. Their success depends on how far they can expand before the Mongols arrive. Now, if they can build a really good empire, then they could be like a superpower in this. But it all depends on the length of the series. The Mongols might arrive and take all of that from them. The Fatamids have taken Adana. Weird settlement to have. I thought they would just push on to Jerusalem lands, but no, they've gone all the way up, around, and taken Adana. Do they really want a war on two fronts for Jerusalem that desperately? It just seems like a pointless settlement to take compared to what they could take. Lithuania goes to war with Kiev and Rus. That's not good for Lithuania considering that war with Novgorod and Poland. Poland still has this under siege, I got this one under siege. Looks like Denmark's interested in their land as well. Not going to be good for them, I don't think. We've got an army down here that could potentially do something. Lithuania held out in the south, or maybe Poland pulled back, but this one's still under siege. Denmark have gone to war with Lithuania as well. Oh, they're not having a good campaign. Yeah, it's there. Novgorod and the Cumans. Some truces there and stuff. Is Lithuania really at war with as many as I think? Yeah, it's with all four of their neighbours. A war on all four fronts, that's not going to be good. Literally nowhere is safe. And every settlement is bordered to another settlement as well, except Vilnius, which is a castle which you want on the front line, so that's pointless. Poor Lithuania. And Edinburgh, yes, Edinburgh's fallen to the English. I don't think the Scottish will be the first to get destroyed. I bet they'll hold out in the Netherlands or Belgium for quite a while. Looks like they are pushing for Cannes to get their revenge. That might not be good. The English, they've proven they can hold themselves at Cannes. Yep, they're putting it under siege. They're going for it. Yes, good job there, Denmark, taking Riga. Looks like they're moving up for Revel as well. Novgorod's not making a push. Have Kiev and Rus making a push? Nope. And Poland, they've pulled back again. Oh, big mistakes by Poland. They could have easily had these two settlements, which would have been really good for them. But sadly not, they're taking their time. France and Aragon are now at war. Oh, Aragon might actually die if France invests into that. Again, the French breaking alliances. Oh. This is a big Aragonese army, right here in the middle of French land. Now, France has a lot of troops to deal with it, though, so it shouldn't be too bad. Is this... Aragon has a load of troops. They're now putting Clermont under siege. Clermont, yeah, that's how it's pronounced, I think. Now, they'll probably win this unless French reinforcements get in, but they can't, because they're holding the bridge here. They can't actually pass through, so... Very smart move there by Aragon. Antioch under siege by the Seljuks. That could be very bad for the Kingdom of Jerusalem if they start losing land in the north to the Seljuks, and the Fatamids eventually will swoop in and take Jerusalem, which they do almost have the troops for if they handle it right. What's the diplomacy? So they've gone to war with... yeah, they're at war again. They've signed an alliance with the Fatamids and a load of alliances. Aragon lost at Clermont? I was sure they'd have taken that. Oh well. And yep, Cannes is still under siege, by the way. The Seljuks pulled back, but Byzantium seem to be interested now. They've signed an alliance with the Khwarezmians. Kiev and Rus and Novgorod have a truce. That's again not good for Lithuania. Lithuania is not having a good campaign. They had a good start there. They were one of the main factions that I talked about at the start, but everything seems to have collapsed for this faction. Cannes still under siege. The Norwegians still just standing here doing nothing. And England moved up, put Aberdeen under siege. What is it with all these weird lakes? Like this one here, there's another one in Hungary. Me having rebel ships here, and constant storms. There's another one down here as well. Where is it? Somewhere in Hungary. Here it is. There's another one there. Any more? Nah, I can't find any more. Jerusalem, the Crusader states have one down here with a lot of units in. I bet we got one there by hiring it as a mercenary. Just seems like a... what a stupid AI. Like, that's a really dumb place to have it. Oh well. I guess actually it might not be that bad really. Like the route from Jerusalem to Kerak, you got to go all the way around here, but with a boat you might just be able to hop across. It might be faster, but still, is it really needed? Jerusalem under siege. 2 big armies, that could potentially fall. They might be able to take that. The English held out at Caen. The Scottish are not going to get any revenge there. But they did hold out at Aberdeen though, so... But eventually I think Scotland up here is going to collapse to the English eventually. But I think they're going to hold out here for quite a while. I can't see the HRE or France going to war with them. Big news! Jerusalem has fallen to the Fatamids, the Egyptians. Ooh, that's going to really shake up the campaign a bit. Yeah, that's going to really shake it up. Now, I'm sure there's going to be some crusades being called eventually. They don't even have any troops in this settlement here, although I think they should be fine. The Fatamids are going to move through, they're going to take Accra as it's an easy rebel settlement. And then the Crusader state's down to just 3 small settlements. Well, not small settlements, but 3 settlements. Oh, this is not going to be good for them. But the Seljuks have stepped in and gone to war with the Fatimids. It looks like they wanted Jerusalem for themselves. I doubt they'll be attacking each other immediately, but when Kingdom of Jerusalem or Crusader states get to their final territories, I'm sure there'll be a few battles over it. Lithuania actually doing surprisingly well. They've held off for about 10 turns and being at war on all fronts. They've only lost 1 settlement. They've held off the Polish. The other 2 aren't daring to really cross into their land. Lithuania's done quite well, given their position. Surely they've learnt the lesson. France trying to take Caen. Looks like Scotland might be interested eventually. It's like, I get the strategy to try and kick the English out of the mainland, and it is an important one to do, but they're losing so many soldiers at it, it's just a bit pointless. If you're gonna do it, at least bring a load of troops and do it right. Venice and Byzantium at war again. Now, Venice could potentially take a settlement, but Byzantium might get reinforcements here in time to actually deal with it. Maybe they could push and take a settlement, but that's not the reason why I talked. I came over here because of that, but I'm not talking now because of it. Hungary are doing something. They've got Taragovista under siege over here. Can they take their first settlement? Come on, Hungary. You're the only one yet who has not yet taken a settlement. Come on, Hungary. Even the Pope is having more territorial success than Hungary. I believe Norway also haven't taken anything, but I think that's usual for Norway. I don't know, I'm seeing these armies here, it looks like there's some scripted faction. Never really played or dealt with Norway before, so I can't really say. Finland has fallen to Novgorod. The Fatamids have taken Accra. It's a big one. The HRE and France are now at war. That is a big one. And France losing all of their allies again. Why? What are they doing wrong? The HRE make a sudden instant push straight onto Metz. And we've got another army spare. They're not holding back for Metz. They're going to push and probably take Reims. Or Reims. Reims, however you call it. Ooh, big piece of territory taken there. I've just spotted it on the map. I'll give it a while, see if you can spot it. Sharjah has fallen. Oh, no, Sharjah held out to the Seljuks. I thought it fell. There's only 3 rebel settlements left. Sharjah, Visby, the Danish island, and Ireland. You know, the other half of it. Okay, the big one that fell. Naples. Naples, belonging to Sicily, has fallen to Byzantium, leaving Sicily now with just Sicily and Tripoli, which the Fatamids may actually take for themselves if they can. The Moors seem interested in Rome. I doubt they'll get anywhere, but they are clearly able to actually land troops here, which could be very interesting. Sadly, Hungary failed to take this settlement here. Ah, poor Hungary. Will they ever take a settlement? I don't think so. I think that was their last chance. I want to see them do it, but I don't think they will. Anything happening over here? Nah, nothing really. Ooh, is this, yeah, Leon has Zaragoza under siege. A former Aragonese settlement. If I take that, then... Ooh, Portugal. If Portugal takes this, and Leon takes that, then the Moors, they'll still be strong in Iberia. They'll still be a strong power, but they'll definitely be much weaker, of course. France held out at Metz, really? The HRE pulled back? I bet they lost some battles somehow, I don't know. I don't know what happened there, but yep, the HRE did sadly fail. And Byzantium are the ones moving in to put Antioch under siege. Not the Seljuks or the Fatamids as I thought it would be. The Kievan Rus and the Moors are now at war. I don't know why. Maybe there was some sea battle issue, blockade thing. Maybe, I don't know. Either way, what are the Kievan Rus doing all the way over here, or what are the Moors doing all the way over there? Yeah, it's quite simple. The Kievan Rus just wanted to blockade Al-Mahdiya. That's all they wanted to do. They just wanted to blockade it. Yeah, as I thought would happen, Byzantium lost the siege of Antioch. They had a lot of troops, but so did Jerusalem. The Moors held out at Zaragoza and, yep, Silvers. That's not good for the Iberian Christian powers. The Khwarizmis here are expanding. They've taken, I think it's only been one Seljuk piece of territory, Shiraz there. But there may have been another as well, I don't know. It's difficult to keep track of this area, I don't know it that much. Byzantium and the Papal States at war. I doubt we'll see anything there, but ooh, actually we might do. The Papal States might take Naples. Although they'll have to be careful. Nah, they're not going to lose Rome, I've got another army here. But yeah, imagine the Papal States take Naples. A Papal Italy, that would be good to see. The HRE and France signed a truce, but it could have been such a good war, but sadly, it's what the AI has decided. I'm sure we'll see one again. They've gone to war once, they're going to go to war again, that's usually the rule. I think the HRE is probably just going to wait for France to back out, or maybe the other way around, but Clermont under siege again by Aragon. Could they actually take it? French troops are all the way up here. They could be able to make something out of it. They could also take Zaragoza back as well. Are we going to see a comeback of Aragon? That could be interesting. No, it crashed. So yeah, it crashed. And I've kept trying to load it. It keeps on crashing on the end turn. I've had modders look into it. They don't know what the issue is. But don't worry, this series is not going anywhere. I want to continue this. I'm enjoying it so far. And there were quite good views. So I am going to continue, and it's also part of a tournament in my Discord with a giveaway, so it would be really wrong for me to stop. Here's what's going to happen. In about 2 or 3 weeks' time, I will be getting a brand new PC. Then I will install Stainless Steel 6.4 with all the patch updates. The version I was running was 6.3. I had an issue with 6.4. I don't want to get into that, but I had some installation issue. So that wasn't working, so I had to go with 6.3, a very unstable version, and it's not really, these crashes are expected. So yeah, what's going to happen is, in 2 or 3 weeks' time, new PC that should handle it much better, 6.4, all the patches, there should hopefully be no bugs that causes those crashes again. I'm going to skip forwards 50 turns, and it's stainless steel. 50 turns is really nothing in that campaign, so it should look very similar. Some settlements may change hands, but much of what you've seen in this Let's Play, or this AI-only campaign, will also happen in the 6.4 version, even though it started from scratch. So yeah, it's not the ideal situation, but I think it's a much better solution than just ending the series or anything like that. I know this is going to throw some of you off, and it has kind of thrown me off the idea as well, but, this stuff happens. I'm not going to give it up. I've done that with too many campaigns after crashes. This one is just one that I've got to keep on pushing with, so I will try my absolute best to keep this series going. If you want to vote for what faction you think is going to win, join my Discord. There's a voting section there. Voting was meant to be closed by now, but I'm going to keep voting open, you know, given this awkward circumstance. So voting is still open. If you have voted and you want to change your vote, knowing that it is essentially going to start again on version 6.4, feel free to do that as well. You can just change your vote, there's no problem there, that's all open. So yeah, sorry for the issue, I've tried my best to fix it and I think this is the best solution, the only solution really. Hope you've enjoyed this episode, subscribe for more fails and crashes, and general good videos. I've been MELKOR, goodbye.